stats with food. Craftsmanship is just barely enough to start the synth, and without food, I'm like 300 control over, but you want to stack as much control as possible through food, FC buff, whatever. And you also want to increase your CP with Cunning Craftsman Syrup. Alright, I'm just going to get right into it. Now to start, I use muscle memory, very first thing, because I find it's more beneficial to try and increase your progress as much as possible. So in these first few steps, I always use muscle memory, veneration, and normally I'd go straight into a rapid synth, but because I have a pliant here, I'm going to go ahead and use manipulation and use the next 3 steps to hope that I get this rapid synth to land. With it centered, it'll help me out, but it's not guaranteed. Got very lucky there, very lucky. So now that veneration has fallen off, and we have manipulation up, I'm going to go ahead and put on Inner Quiet. And I'm going to shoot for one more rapid synth, because what I like to do is I like to make it so that I only need to use basic synthesis now, and that is plenty to get you to finish the synth. Reason being is because sometimes, like, I'll do quality first, and then I get lost in the sometimes good RNG, and then I realize, oh no, I haven't done enough progress in order to finish. So, next thing we're going to do, since we're sitting on a normal, I'm going to throw on muscle memory, or waste not 2, and because we got a pliant on the very next step, I'm going to refresh manipulation. And then we're just going to pound away with hasty touch like crazy and pray for good RNG. Get used to the sound of explosions, you're going to be hearing it a lot. Now the guide says that he usually re-ups his buffs with surprise pliants, depending on where they're at. Since we have, since we're at 4, waste not 2, I'm just going to go ahead and throw that back on there. And then we just continue to hammer away. Because we was centered here, usually between 3 and 6 stacks of Inner Quiet, I'll actually gamble with Patient Touch. Sometimes it works off, sometimes it works off. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. And since we have a pliant here, we're just going to go ahead and throw manipulation back on. And sometimes I use goods with Precise Touch to get my quality up, but I really want some CP back, and since we have manipulation on, the durability goes back up with it. So we're just going to continue to pray. This one I'm going to use for quality, or Inner Quiet. Damn it. Now we're at 11 stacks. And I think this is high enough to where I can just throw on manipulation again, and for every normal, I'm going to use Prudent Touch. For sturdies, I'm going to use Hasty Touch, because with manipulation, your durability won't go anywhere. And since we have a pliant, but I'm trying to force this, I'm going to go ahead and use another Prudent. Normal, I'm going to use Prudent again. And pliant, I'm not going to do anything with. Going to bring this down to 19. And then we're going to do Innovation, Great Strides. And because we have 30 CP, we can't fish for the good, so we're just going to go ahead and do it. And that'll get you up to 5,000. So that's good enough for a turn. I'm going to try this again. Muscle Memory. Veneration. Rapid Synth. Got lucky. Throwing inner quiet. Nice. RNG is being really nice. And since we still have veneration on there, I'm going to go ahead and do the hasty touch. Oh, lucky again. Bring us up to 1 to finish. Hopefully, yes, maybe? Nah, game doesn't want to work with us. Alright. Quality. Let's do it. Centered, we're at 3, so we're going to go ahead and patient touch. Not guaranteed to work. And a lot of times it doesn't. We're sitting good at CP, and since we have Waste Not 2 on, we're going to go ahead and use that for stacks. I'm going to use this centered on a hasty. See if I get lucky. Alright, and because we're on a normal, we're looking good on CP. I'm going to go ahead and throw manipulation on there. We're not really where I want in terms of collectability to try and force it. So I'm just going to wear down durability just a little bit. Aha, alright. Now, from here, we can definitely force it. Centered, I'm going to use hasty on. Prudent for normal. Hasty for sturdy. Ignoring centered on this one, because we're at 14. Prudent. Prudent again. Alright, this is definitely enough to finish with good collectability. So I'm going to fish for a good multiple times. Doesn't have innovation on it, but fuck it. And we'll do one more just to see how that goes. That was good enough for a turner. Muscle memory. Veneration. Rapid synth. Don't ignore that. Awesome. And if you don't make the muscle memory rapid synth, then I just quit out of it because it's really a pain in the ass to get that progress up. So, client. We're going to use this client to do Waste Not 2. Bring us up to 1. Client again. I'm just going to go ahead and re-up manipulation. Usually if you're below 4, you're just going to re-up whichever one is lower. And just start pounding. Getting really unlucky. Probably should have used patient touch right there. Sturdy, we're going to go ahead and hasty because with manipulation it doesn't go anywhere. Since we're on a normal, I'm going to go ahead and use Waste Not. Because if I get a pliant after this, I'm just going to go ahead and do manipulation again because it's not really that huge of a loss. I usually keep these two, like, I want this one falling off when this one's at 4 if RNG lets me, and vice versa. So, here we go. Okay. Game's being real nice all of a sudden. But it could still definitely screw me. We're at 7. I'm gonna risk it. Hey, look at that. That's awesome. Alright. Just keep pounding away. Game is being real nice. Super nice, Jesus. I'm gonna risk that. Normal. We're just gonna force it from here. Could use that good for CP. Prudent on a normal. Prudent on a pliant. Because I'm at 4, I'm just gonna prudent that good. Prudent that normal. Prudent the pliant. and brute it normal. We still have some durability to work with. And with sturdy, that's gonna bring up that sturdy is like a free waste knot, but it also stacks with waste knot. It's really weird. We're at 17. This might be able to be the tier 2 reward. I'm gonna see if I can fish for a good. Nope. And that's that. If you have any more questions, just send me a DM and I'll try explaining the best I can. Very sorry for the bad explanation. It's really reactionary, and you'll probably find things that work for you that don't quite work for me, but these are all the things that I keep in mind during the synth. And it's served me quite well so far. I hope you have good luck with it, and wish you the best.